Over the weekend, as radical protesters wreaked havoc on various public transport facilities, everyone in society is a loser. Last Saturday, protesters openly defined an injunction and attempt to obstruct and interfere with the proper use of the Hong Kong International Airport. On the same night, radical protesters turns their attention to Mong Kok police station. They resort to violent acts such as throwing bricks and pointing laser beams at our offices, building barricades on main roads, and smashing up public properties. Worst of all, they start fires in the busy streets of Hong Kong, endangering the safety of the residents, passerby, and our officers on scene. The rioters then carry on their rampage in various different MTR stations, vandalizing facilities like CCTV, turntiles, and ticket machines. Then on Sunday, what began as lawful public meetings and processions in Central quickly radicalized and descend to mass destruction across the city. As the public event was hijacked by criminal and violent elements, the police advised the public event be concluded at around 3:30 in the afternoon, and the organizer announced its conclusion at 4 p.m. Apart from setting fire to barricades and trays on main roads, rioters also destroyed facilities extensively in MTR stations in Central, Causeway Bay, and Wan Chai. Rioters even threw rocks and petrol bombs around in Causeway Bay. The violence later spread across to Kowloon. It is the 9th night in a row that Mong Kok police station came under attack. Again and again, rioters set barricades and damaged public properties on main roads. Such repeated reckless and ruthless violence pose a grave danger to public safety. Apart from escalating violence, we are aware more and more protesters came into direct contact with our officers while they are carrying out their duties. Certain protesters even attempt to help arrested people escape from police custody and assault our officers. Some even intend to snatch our officers' guns. Our officers were constantly on heightened alert while on duty. On one hand, they have to arrest offenders. On the other hand, they have to ensure their own safety and the safety of everyone at scene. We have come to the point where it is necessary for our frontline officers to have a safe distance with other people on protest sites. During protests, when we are conducting dispersal operation, some reporters may stand in the way of our cordons as our officers are advancing through. There are also occasions when radical protesters threw petrol bombs and offensive weapons at police cordon, hitting reporters who stood in between. It is very dangerous for reporters to stand between police and protesters. And during violent incidents, it is indeed very difficult for our officers to distinguish between genuine reporters and protesters, or protesters who disguise as reporters. We appeal to bona fide members of the press to maintain a safe distance with our officers, especially when they are making arrests and carrying out dispersal operations. We must emphasize, no matter who you and what you're doing, please maintain certain distance from our officers. This is the best way to ensure everyone's safety in violent and chaotic situations. Now I'll move on to arrest figures. From Friday to 5 p.m., 8 a.m. today, we arrested 157 people aged between 13 and 63 years old, consisting of 125 males and 32 females. Their offences including unlawful assembly, possession of offensive weapons, and criminal damage, loitering, assaulting police officers, etc. I now rebut certain rumours. There are online comments accusing our male officers of searching female suspects in Dong Chung and Causeway Bay. But the truth is, on both occasions, the officers conducting the search were all female officers. I must reiterate that we have strict guidelines on the search of suspects. Only officers of the same sex of the suspect are allowed to perform a search. Also, we are aware that the public may have understanding about the offence of taking part in a riot. According to Section 19 of the Public Order Ordinance of the Hong Kong laws, when any person taking part in an assembly, which is an unlawful assembly, commits a breach of the peace, the assembly is a riot, and the person assembled are riotously assembled. This means those who are assembled at the scene of a riot may already have committed the offense of taking part in a riot. It has nothing to do with your outfit or gears, or why you appear in the first place. When violent incident takes place, we always appeal to members of the public through social media and on-site announcement to leave the area at once. But certain people still ignore police warnings and continue to behave in a disorderly manner. This necessitates and justifies our dispersal operation as well as our use of force. In conclusion, we must bear in mind, with the intense and extensive violence used by protesters, everyone in the society is a loser. Over the weekend, as many as 40 traffic lights were damaged across the city, and many MTR stations were left in ruins. Such random and rampant destruction of infrastructure seriously affect the livelihood of ordinary citizens. Please also spare some thought for the vulnerable groups like the disabled and people in wheelchairs who are innocent victims suffering in silence. The reconstruction of infrastructure does not happen overnight. It takes a lot of time to repair the damages. So for society to recover, it is high time to halt all violence right now. We must stand firm to stamp out violence.